We have the Dark Star portal now. We have this these special roles. He is a 3-star adventurer this time around, and will be going up against Misfortune. The special roles are Sunken Treasure. The Treasure Trove is actually a really interesting card to play around. Basically, it fills your hand with a bunch of free cards. Yeah. Beyond Mere Flesh is interesting too. Unfortunately, this doesn't work on our units. And they always have Vicious Enemy on Darkstar Portal. Ever since they started weekly adventures. So I don't have to worry that much about Vicious Enemy, that's a given. Beyond Mere Flesh and Sunken Treasure, they might actually be able to go hand in hand depending on like the cards that they get. Have to be careful. I'm not entirely sure if I want to use Kaisa on this. I might as well. Let's see. Alright. We are going to go up against the Darkstar Portal with Kaisa. We'll see how we do. As you can see, there are only 3 days left as we stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, I don't know, I hope we have it out before it goes away. Before it switches over next week. We'll see. Endurance is okay here. Domination is actually really good for Kaisa. The reason for it is because whenever she evolves, we'll be able to use a Kothian Rain twice. And those things can't survive it, to be honest with you. So we're going to go for that. We have the Hextech Observatory here. The foe summons its namesake. About all that happens here, which is the same as whenever you go up against this encounter in other adventures. Alright, well, we'll keep our starting hand. This is actually pretty nice for us. We're still running Banshee's Veil and Luden's Tempest. We didn't change it from the last time. And I think this is actually going to play into our favor because of Sunken Treasure. And open up with the Aspiring Chronomancer. This will let us predict, which will help us set up a little bit better next turn. And we will go for the Voidling here. Although any of those predicts would have been fine.
I help when I can. Shut up when I can.
Alright, we're gonna go for this attack.
It can be undone. I hate traffic.
They lose their unit in this block, which is fine. I don't have anything to really worry about then. Now we have our defensive round. We're drawing our Voidling. And unless things change, I'll be dropping down the Belvet the Elder and the Voidling. But we'll see. Okay, Thermogenic Beam, that's... Wait, I didn't draw my Voidling? Predicted it. Screw it. Well. I guess we'll drop down the Void Blaster instead then.
Let's go.
They decided not to do anything else, so we'll just have some free damage on their Nexus. And we'll end the round there. It's kind of strange, you know, seeing our opponent have 3 mana, but it is AI. I don't know what they have in mind. Alright, well, we now got our Voidling. We'll drop it down. It does have lifesteal. A fantastic key. My favorites. Really hard to come by. Alright, they use all their mana on the Thermogenic Beam.
You are coming with
Drop down the Belvet the Elder.
I was born in Belvet. I cannot leave.
Oh, is our Voidling. Alright, we'll attack here.
I need time.
Okay, we end the round there. We still have Domination, so we have Rally every turn. Now would actually be a pretty good time to go for the Treasure Trove. We're dropping down Kaisa, but we'll see.
Who wants a taste of
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. We'll drop down Treasure Trove here. That's gonna fill up our hand. We don't have anything really going on the board either. So we're just gonna commit to this. Walk here, lose our unit, that's fine. Interesting. Well, we'll drop down the Wraith Caller. The Legions doesn't actually do much. We'll drop down the Fiend, and we'll kill it to take out the unstable condition. Alright. Okay. And we'll drop down the Lost Soul. I don't know if Careful Preparation will allow us to count the Lost Soul as a discard or not. That's kind of interesting. Either way. Drop it down. We get the Twin Blade Revenant from that too. Might as well use Careful Preparation here. I don't know what to do. Maybe not. Do I even have an ally with 5+ power? We'll see. Oh. That was a waste. It's okay. We're learning. Learning how to use random cards that we get from Treasure Trove. Interesting. Well, we'll definitely be able to end this round. If they don't play a card immediately, we just go for broke. There we go. I wish there was a button where I'd be able to skip that faster. Alright, well, this is our battle rewards. We could go for... Honestly, I'm going to go for Parallel Convergence. Starting a free attack with an exact ephemeral copy of each ally is fantastic, especially coupled with Domination Round. And you also get a free ally too. Get a Mighty Poro with it as well. Alright, so out of these, we are going to reroll. I mean, Poppy would have been okay. We can actually go for LeBlanc here. Or we can go for Lucian. Lucian would actually be pretty good, especially because he has Shadow Totem. But at the same time, there aren't too many that Kaisa has that I get rid of. So maybe more towards LeBlanc, or more towards rerolling more. I actually like LeBlanc a lot though. Let's go with her. And I'm going to lean more towards the item chest, so we're going to go up against Jay here. He has his normal power, which is keep her up. On the round start, they create a a choice. Well, not really. So they get one of spells. Yeah. Get a 1 of 3 spells at random, and they cost 1, and they're fleeting. They'll do different things. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice hand. We're gonna keep it. The only thing I might have done was replace Bloody Biz, but I kinda went too fast there. Cool. Alright, it's looking like we're gonna drop down the Chronomancer first. Get a predict. We're gonna go for the Voidling over LeBlanc.
We're sure to save Icathia.
Now I pack a punch.
We're going to block that, and we're going to lose our Chronomancer, but it's worth it. I'd rather not take 8 damage. Our Chronomancer isn't really required for anything here, so that was good for us. Okay, I can't say that. It wasn't good for us, but it works. That's fine. Okay. Oh, the Voidling does have lifesteal. You know what? I see something here. I'm going to go for it. We're going to drop down the Voidling. And we're going to give it Rising Spell Force.
What can I say? I'm an adaptable guy.
And we're going to attack with it too. For 7 damage, and it also has lifesteal, of course, as previously mentioned. Which would help if my Nexus wasn't full. But it could still come in handy. Lucky for us, they are getting, like, losing all their good cards. Interesting.
Dynamic. And I'm dynamite.
Yeah, you know what? We'll open up with Void Seeker. Take out one of their armed gearheads. And we'll commit to this for now.
Remake.
Yeah, we're not able to block as effectively. That's fine. We'll give our Voidling elusive here. And we'll just let them hit us for 11. It's a lot. But we do have our lifesteal running, so we're okay. We'll also drop down a LeBlanc here as well. And we'll attack with both. It's going to hit them for 10. Plus for 3. And when they're around there. That's actually pretty useful for us here. We will be using Suit Up here. We'll be using it on our Voidling, of course. And we'll attack once again with both. Open it up.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Well, that actually kind of sucks for us. We're gonna have to use Bloody Business here. We'll have LeBlanc take out the Detective Swap Bot, so we don't have to worry about its skill. There we go. And we'll pass. And we'll end the round there. Nice, we got our treasure trove too. Alright, let's see what happens. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll give Sunpark's map to LeBlanc. And we'll use Bloody Business. And we'll use her to take out the pickpocket that they have.
Just borrow it.
They do use, you know, their treasure trove, and that's fine. They're gonna need it. We're gonna attack with both here, and this will end unless they do a fancy card that'd be able to stop us. Lucky for us, they didn't. They weren't able to react to it, and our Voidling healed our Nexus to full health, which is fantastic. That encounter was pretty fast too, I have to say. Alright, we have the battle rewards here. Honestly, these are all okay, considering that we have LeBlanc and Kaisa. We'll go for Summoning Beacon on Payday, though. I think that's fun. It gives us an extra unit to play around with. All of these are okay in their own right. I actually like Thorn of the Rose with Great Club, because it does have quick attack. Quick attack and Overwhelm are really good together. Barrier on Bel'Veth the Elder with Spell Shield's also good. Oh, so many decisions. I think I'm more leaning towards the Elder, just as a safer pick. Whereas a Thorn of the Rose would have been purely offensive. Anyways, we're up against the Amateur Aeronaut. This is, you know, the same encounter as normally face. Whenever you see it, they have the same power. Nothing to worry about there. If you're not familiar with it, I can take a second to look at it. We will be keeping this starting hand, except for Exhaust for now. We'll keep our Kaisa, Voidling, and Parallel Convergence. And the power is Experimental Design on this encounter, which is what you'll see whenever you go up against the Amateur Aeronaut in other adventures. So if you're not familiar with it, it's on screen now. We'll be closing that for now.
How can I help?
Okay, and we'll drop down the Voidling here. It might seem kind of silly to use it now, but I wanted to utilize this draw. And we'll pass.
Did that sound right?
And we're gonna have to use it to block the Eager Apprentice, and that's okay. It doesn't have lifesteal this time, so I'm not gonna bother, you know, tanking the damage for nothing really. We'll be dropping down the Void Blaster probably, but we'll see. Yep. He dropped down the Void Blaster here.
A long way for a whooping.
Now we have a strong unit to work with. And we'll be attacking with it as well for 4 damage. Yeah, we take one of their units with us, which is great. But we do come close to losing our Void Blaster. Oh. Alright, we're going to drop down the Elder.
Figured you want in on the action.
I don't.
I
but
guess
must
we're
help the
just going to
others.
block the Zonite Urchin with it. It does have the double shield thing going on there. We could have, you know, we could just go for another attack here too. Take out another one of their units. Alright with that. And we'll pass. Oh, that's really good for us actually. The Void Blaster got lifesteal. Oh, I kind of don't want to play Kaisa then. You know? Really don't. Yeah, we'll do something different here. We'll use Payday. We get a summoning beacon, that's fine. We're gonna buff our Void Blaster. We're gonna give it 2 health. That way, even if they, you know, block with the Patch Poro bot, we have an answer to it. Yeah, we're gonna use parallel convergence here. We get a free attack. And we have some lifesteal working for us. Okay, once again, they drop down the treasure trove. And we'll attack again. We almost actually end this round, but unfortunately for us, they do block our Mighty Poro that we got from Parallel Convergence. Bird. There's a lot going on there. Well.
The desert's prices, just the right price.
That's really neat. The Profiteer gave them Lucky Find.
The Emperor.
Payday. And they're going to Defiant Dance too. What? Okay.
Gonna watch you
We used the
melt.
Void Blaster to block this. That's okay.
Peace is a trail painted with blood.
I think with the Catalog of Regrets that they get their Payday back. Rather than Lucky Find. Or, sorry, vice versa. I'm not sure. One or the other.
They told me to keep this one.
We do have the attack token. Actually, they have the attack token. We have Rally. You have Overwhelm. I'll be safe and drop down Kaisa first.
You ain't Velvet Blood, but I ain't saying no to help. I'm gonna do what I can, but you need to run.
Alright, we'll use Kaisa to block. And we'll use our Void Blaster to block.
Town waster.
And Elder. We'll use Bloody Business here. And we're going to have the Blaster take out, I don't know, probably the Rhyme Fang pack. That way we don't lose our Elder. And, I mean, if we needed to get more life out of that, but our Nexus is already full health. And we're just going to go for this attack here. They can't block because both of their units are stunned.
They'll keep
And there we
retreating,
go.
and we'll keep pushing.
Yep. Alright, we're going to have battle rewards here to pick from. Interesting. So, I kind of don't care for any of these cards, really. Radiant Plate Armor on Rockhopper is pretty rough. I think it just slows down that card so much. I guess we'll go for the Bakai Sand Spinner. I feel like that's the only real reasonable option for those. We have the Practical Perfectionist or we have the Shop. I don't know what the Practical Perfectionist does. So maybe we'll go for that, see what happens. Oh, okay, so we just get copies. We went with this. Or we get a counterfeit copy free, basically. Weird. Yeah, I think I would have much rather went for the shop instead, but okay. I guess I'll go for counterfeit copies. We have the healing node here, and we are going to cut counterfeit copies. Alright, and now we're going to go up against Ezreal. He has target practice. It's same as normal. Same as normal. Okay. We are going to keep Payday. We are going to replace Exhaust and Bloody Business. We'll get rid of Bloody Business and Exhaust, rather. And we'll keep our Aspiring Chronomancer. We were able to get LeBlanc out of that and toss back. Okay. They do start with the attack token, but we did it thanks to Domination.
Time for a true display of skill.
And we are going to drop down... We'll drop down the Chronomancer early on. This will allow us to predict and be able to control the board next turn better. We are going to go for a copy LeBlanc.
In this timeline, we're sure
just
to
in case.
see the
We can't block Ezreal. So we're just going to have to skip this. He's going to smack us up a bit, basically. He gets a free Mystic Shot in hand whenever he does a Nexus Strike. And we're going to commit an attack with our Aspiring Chronomancer. And they're going to use Ezreal to block. That's going to move things forward, and it's going to be our attack turn now. With the predict, we should be drawing LeBlanc. Yep, okay. And we are going to play her as well.
Places to go, people to be.
Having an extra copy of her in hand is actually going to come in handy, I think. With all the spells that Ezreal has. Fortunately for us... Yep, there it is. Now we lose LeBlanc here. Oh, we lose both of our units, actually. Well, it is a good thing that we got another LeBlanc. Alright, we definitely need more units, though. That works. We can drop down the Bakai Sand Spinner. And we'll give Ezreal vulnerable and one less power.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
And we'll attack here. We'll challenge Ezreal using the vulnerable and utilizing our Domination rally. Now we don't have to worry about Ezreal attacking our Nexus and hitting us for even more. But we do lose the Sand Spinner right after, thanks to their patch portal bot having Challenger. And so we're still left with only LeBlanc in hand. And she hasn't pulled up too well against Ezreal spells. So we'll just drop down Treasure Trove instead. We were fortunate enough to draw it this turn. They dropped Static Shock on our Nexus. That's okay. We do have the attack token, so we have time. We could take as long as we want, basically.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Interesting. Alright, we'll drop down a couple of the cards that we got from Treasure Trove. We go for an attack here. Alright, we'll use Blood for Blood on our Scar Thane. That's going to create another copy of it. We'll drop down our Mega Tusk as well. Oh, we do lose the Scar Thane. But we have another one. And we'll use Make It Rain as well. Okay. There's a lot going on here. We're just going to pass. If we attack, we'll lose both of our units if the AI the AI blocks correctly. Interesting. So we'll drop down a voidling to open up with. This is going to let us draw.
Of course I'm ready.
Drop down another voidling. They're only attacking with their elusive units.
Their treats will be
Oh, and they static shock ours. Yeah, that's going to level up Ezreal for sure. Yeah, they have a lot of board control.
gotcha.
They really do. If I knew I was going to go up against Ezreal, I probably wouldn't have picked Kai'Sa, to be honest. Unfortunately for us, both of our Kai'Sas are fleeting. That's not good. Really not good. We could drop down 2 Void Seekers here. Do some other stuff. Yeah, we're not evolved yet. We can't drop down Kai'Sa, so we're going to lose Kai'Sa. Since she's... We could only use the... Void Seeker on followers. So, I was hoping on use... I was hoping to use it on Ezreal. It doesn't seem like it's going to...
Progress.
Damn. They save it.
Firing.
They save the assembly bot. Guess we'll drop down LeBlanc then.
Put my face on.
And we'll attack with LeBlanc. If we attack with any of the other units, we'll...
My writing.
I guess that's okay. Big loss for us, true. Yeah, Zevi kind of hurting us in a way. I might as well use both of our paydays here, and we'll use it on LeBlanc, and we'll give her tough for now, and we'll drop another payday down. Use on her as well, and this time around we'll give. Oh, she already has spell shield. We'll give her 2 additional power. I'm sure that will help. And we'll use exhaust. We'll weaken Ezreal. And we'll attack with everyone here. We're just gonna go for it. We'll use LeBlanc to take out Ezreal. And we commit to this. This is kind of risky, but we'll see how it plays out. So far, it's looking okay,
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
but that could change. Change pretty fast. A little bit of lag going on there. Hopefully it wasn't too noticeable.
Your time cycles.
I am everywhere.
Oh right, we
I
did
am
get LeBlanc to level up.
everyone.
Gonna be pretty good. We do take out Ezreal. Nice. Okay, so we'll drop down Thorn of the Rose here.
Let's make this a night.
Otherwise we would lose it.
Oh boy, yep, I'm flying.
And we're gonna keep Mirror Image and Guile. No point in us using it now. There's nothing that they can
I brought my book.
really attack
Hope
with.
that's all right.
They don't have the attack token. Nothing else for them to do. We do have to be careful that they have a full board. They have more than enough damage to end immediately. Oh, dang. Okay, so they drop down True Shot Barrage. Oh, we do get 2 parallel convergences though. So there might be a chance. There's a chance we win these. We're gonna open up by attacking. Maybe. I can't use Treasure Trove. Yeah, I think parallel convergence is the best option here. And lucky for me, I do get another Mighty Pour Up as well.
Non-optimized.
It's time.
This is just going to thin out the herd a little bit, but we still lose, sadly. Yeah, I can't block pretty much any of their units. We should have the revive still. I think we did.
They think they've won.
We'll see. Yep, we have the revive. Alright, let's try again.
Wait, where are we going?
Alright, we will replace one of our chronomancers, and we'll keep the rest of our hand. We'll see if this goes any better for us. Having parallel convergence is nice early on. A lot of the problems is that our units have pretty low health, and Ezreal spells are just shredding them. We play the chronomancer first, and we will predict powder. Perhaps?
In this timeline, we're sure to save Ekatia.
We could just go for this attack here. They block with Ezreal, that's fine. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? We'll end around there. That's good. Have you got... Did you go through the weekly adventures yet this week?
Yeah.
A couple days left on it. Oh, I gotcha. Nice, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm working towards now. Alright, so I think here, we're gonna drop down to Belveth the Elder. That was kind of silly. Like, no matter how I do things, I wouldn't be able to block. But I can look to attack. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna use Payday. And we're gonna use Lucky Find on our Elder here. And we are actually gonna give her a Challenger. It's actually gonna be pretty nice for us. We're gonna attack with both. We're gonna use Challenger to take out Ezreal. And we'll let them decide if they want to block Thrashing Snapper. If they do, they'd lose their unit. Which I'm pretty happy about. Yeah, it went our way. Yeah, Jinx is pretty fun. There's a lot of cards in the new Path of Champions that are, or a lot of champions in Path of Champions that are pretty fun though, that you could use. Pretty much the same effect, I want to say, but yeah.
Time to make an appearance.
We're gonna play LeBlanc here, and we're gonna attack all of our units again. We're gonna utilize the Challenger here to take out Ezreal. I'm sure they're gonna use Static Shock and some other crazy stuff. Yep, here it comes. Okay. Right with this. We're really close to losing again, though.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
I do have parallel convergence in hand. Clear. Damn, that's really nice. Yeah, that. I mean, that sounds pretty broken. I mean, on top of, you know, Jinx's mechanics that she has in her starting deck and with her star powers. What level did he have, Jinx, and what star? Like, how many stars did he have on her? This is actually a hard choice. Oh, nice. Yeah, she definitely smacked then. Alright, we're gonna just open up with an attack.
You're disrupting my research.
Yeah. I gotcha. Alright, we're gonna take out their units.
I am everywhere.
Yeah, Jinx could be pretty fun.
I am everyone.
Save the children.
Are you new to Path of Champions by chance? Alright, so if I wanted to, I could drop down Parallel Convergence, but it's not going to help all that much. Instead, I actually just want to drop down Kaisa here.
Here's where we make
I think
our
she's...
stand.
Oh, she didn't immediately evolve. Yeah, alright, so... Ah, okay, I gotcha.
Every move just makes me stronger.
Nice! Yeah, I think this one's pretty fun. In comparison, it's pretty similar. I think it's a little bit easier to get champions, though, from fragments. and the quests also help. Yeah, we have some videos on our YouTube channel on the old Path of Champions. They're, like I said, they are old though. I mean, it was a long time. That was... I have a few options here, and I don't know what to go with. Bothersome. You know what? We'll go for mirror image on Kaisa to open things up.
A perfect puppet.
I have a plan. Alright, so... I'm not going to worry about her second skin. Yeah, we can use Void Seeker here. Take out one of their patch portal bots first.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
And we're going to use Parallel Convergence. This is a really strong card in itself. So we get a free attack with every ally on our board. And since Kai'Sa's leveled up, her Kothian Rain by itself is going to hit like a truck. Unfortunately, they shadow block LeBlanc, so I'm not able to end off of that. But that's okay. We still have the attack token. Yeah, I also have the Voidborn Carapace for Kaisa. It's just I never got around to actually using it. And I think I will once I get her to, like, I don't know, level 19 I think it is, where you can equip 2 rare relics. Well, anyways, we were able to get through Ezreal here, which I'm pretty happy about.
So long, Void. See you next time.
I bet that works pretty well. I've yet to actually play Gwen. So I've played off and on, even with Path of Champions and stuff like that during that time, whenever they released Gwen. So I'm pretty behind on her. There's no point in me going for Warding Charm on Kaisa, so that kind of defeats itself. I think we'll go for Tough on LeBlanc. Having that also, whenever you pick items for champions or cards, you get extra copies of them as well. Yeah, Luden's, okay, so Luden's on Kaisa is actually kind of broken. It increases the damage of her Kothian Rain by 1, and then this gets multiplied, basically, for each keyword that you have on her. So it's pretty cool. Does pretty well for us. Have quick draw this time? No. Flexible game plan would have been a little bit better off for us if that was the case. Instead, we'll just go for Disarmed. And, Fallen Feline or the Gold Chest. So, I guess we'll go up against the Intrepid Marine. They have the power, keep searching. They play... When the player plays a unit, the player shuffles their hand into the deck and draws that many. So, for instance, if she was like... Oh, well, if... Yeah, that would be the case normally. Yeah, I think that would be the case normally. But with Ludens, it'd be 2 for each keyword. Which can be, you know, played around with a bit. There are some powers that you can get that amplifies this. And there are other ways of doing it too. Like you can make more of Kaisa. You can completely fill your board with Kaisas through a bunch of weird mechanics. And you could just spam a Kothian Rain basically.
See you soon, friend.
Which is kind of what I was trying to do. In a way, so... Pretty broken. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I think it works a little bit better than Voidborn Carapace. Voidborn Carapace is good, but it's really slow in like early nodes, as I've noticed. Because like most of the early node units, they don't have as many keywords. Like right now, this practical perfectionist doesn't have anything. I wouldn't get anything from, you know, taking her up Voidborn Carapace. So that's something to think about. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, going up against Victor, that'd be a blast. Alright, we're going to open up with Payday here, and we're going to use Lucky Find on our Elder. And, you know, we're going to give it tough. Work with it. And we're just going to attack right away. We don't want to give them a chance to do anything.
So long, City of Progress.
And we'll drop down another Elder here. And this is going to shuffle our hand.
Just out of reach.
And we'll pass.
Time.
Well, we can't do anything else, so we'll pass again. Yeah, some encounters, the Voidborn Carapace, fantastic. Other encounters, it's like, it's okay. Just depends on what you're going for. Overall, I think Luden's, like, kind of works with Kai'Sa a little bit better. But I feel like that could be controversial, say. Oh, well, we can't block their Submersible. It's elusive. Well, we could use the Void Seeker. Wanted to. Pick it out. But I think we're just going to go for this attack here. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. There's nothing that they could do, though. They don't have any mana or spell mana.
I am everywhere. I am
There we go. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll use Void Seeker here on the Submersible. Yeah, I didn't either. And I still have a few to do. I like how this card is backwards in my hand. Alright, well, anyways, we're gonna drop down Kai'Sa. Oh, it's just permanently there, too. Oh, you got Talia.
makes me stronger.
I don't have Talia yet. I don't know how she is. Considering it's a landmark deck, I'm sure it's difficult to play. Work with. We're going to use second skin here, and we're going to copy the keywords off of the Velvethy Elder before we go for anything. Okay. Static shocks are kind of disrespectful, but that's okay.
I'm learning.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of screwed. I gotcha. I actually really like Annie. She's really good with Luden's Tempest. More so than Kai'Sa is, in my opinion. She plays around it. She definitely gets better with having more stars on her, though. That's who I use to go through Noxus. Base. I have a couple options here. I don't know which one's the best though. I guess we'll just drop down the Void Blaster.
And leave all these wasters to
I'll give them a chance before I end here.
I mean, basically the real deal.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Ah, okay. So, it's kind of complicated, but she's kind of like a combo champion, meaning you're going to want, like, her other units on the board, too. And, like, the one that plays Magic Embers, basically, Luden's Tempest makes it deal more damage. Anything that she does basically does more damage, including her own, like, you know, attack spell, basically. Attack skill, say. Well, yeah, I mean, Jin is broken as well. Yeah, I can't argue with that, but I think she does well for Noxus. I actually have a lot of fun with her. Like, a lot of people say that Kai'Sa is probably one of the most broken champions in Path of Champions. It's this iteration of it. And, I kind of have the same experience with Annie. And I'd have to play her to really talk about her more, because I don't have, like, all of her cards in front of me. And her starting deck and stuff, so I can't, like, fully explain it just yet. Oh, I gotcha. Alright, well, we have to go up against a fallen feline here. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna go for more copies of Parallel Convergence, although I could just get more treasure trove. Kind of funny. And we have the shop here. Shop isn't offering me anything really nice. And if I wanted to, I can go for the Vanguard lookouts, but we're gonna re-roll it here. So nothing. Hey, there we go. We're gonna go for Stabilize. And we're gonna go up against Fleet Admiral Shelley. I'm not gonna read the power. That's on you. Round end, if the player has more units than the foe summons a Shell Shocker. Yeah, I bet. I mean, Jin overall is really strong. We're gonna replace Bloody Business here and one of our Void Seekers, and we're gonna keep a Voidling. Yeah, I haven't really played Lee Sin or Varus yet. I kind of also got Kane basically to 3 stars, so I don't have any real reason to play any more Runeterra champions aside from just to create content. My Kai'Sa's 3-starred. Yeah, she's maxed. She's only level 17 currently, but she will be leveling up after this encounter. And we're gonna use Void Seeker here. That's okay. So this is what her 3-star power is basically. So she has Void Touched, and she has From Prey to Predator. That's about it. That's all that happens. So allies with 3 or more positive keywords have 2, and we get 1 starting mana. That's from her 2-star, but I think her 3-star upgrades Void Touched. And her 1-star, I think, is From Prey to Predator. You have the attack token. Strongest ally is granted a random keyword. Overall, it goes pretty well. So, From Prey to Predator works really well with Domination. That's just something to note. Alright, so we are going to drop down LeBlanc here.
Best lies are beautiful.
And we get the double LeBlanc experience, although we can't block. Yeah, she does.
My move.
And we're gonna attack with our double LeBlanc experience. We're gonna clear their board. And next turn we'll be able to use Parallel Convergence and attack twice. Once again. Which is gonna be pretty nice for us. Yep. We're going to open up with Parallel Convergence here. And that will let us level up LeBlanc as well.
Whisper truth into lies.
Yeah, for the most part, I've noticed that, like... Oh. Yeah, I did. I did that a long time ago, though. We have videos on YouTube of, like, all of my attempts of it. Pretty sure. Wanted to check that out. I'm pretty sure it's buried behind videos, though. Most of our YouTube content is playthroughs.
Experience grants wisdom.
And most of it came from Twitch. Yeah, Diego's really hard in the Galio encounter. There are ways of going about it, though. It's just really hard to deal with him because he has, like, I don't know, like, his champion card itself is really strong, and then his units are often pretty bothersome. Alright, so they're trying to use Dawn and Dusk here on the Great Mothers. Oh, nice. Yeah. We're going to use Bloody Business here and take it out so it can't use Dawn and Dusk. And this also helps us with Mirror. Speaking of... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you are relying on, like, damaging spells and stuff like that, Viego is going to crunch you. Especially with him having Spell Shield. We're going to use Bloody Business to open up here. And we're going to take out one of the Shell Shockers before we go for an attack. If they attack after this, that's fine. They're only going to hit us for 2 anyways. So I'm not too concerned. If they don't block, we win. Unfortunately, wasn't the case. But, hey. They have the attack token. We just used our rally to do that, so I'm cool with that. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, an early Jinx is pretty nice. LeBlanc got elusive from getting the attack token. I'm gonna do something a little special here. We're gonna use Mirror Image. And we are going to follow it up with Parallel Convergence after our Payday.
Classic Mr.
I guess I should have used Payday first. Oh, minor misplay.
Who's angry for action?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Have you got the level up legendary power on her yet? Really fun. Alright, we're going to use Lucky Find on our permanent LeBlanc. We're going to give her Overwhelm. That's the only thing she was missing, to be honest. And we're going to drop down Parallel Convergence for our free attack. And we are going to have a fun time here. And if they don't get the message, you know, this time around we have a spare board to work with. Fortunately, they did. They weren't able to block our other LeBlanc. So there we go.
Another rose for the garden.
Yeah, Jinx is really strong, especially whenever you start her up too. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, so level up, it basically gives you a couple already leveled up champions to work with. And yeah, it can be pretty fun whenever you have Jinx start up. Alright, so out of these, honestly, the Void Blaster's good, as well as the Treasure Seeker. I'm going to lean more towards a Void Blaster, though. And we also have the Champion item chest here. And they just love giving us Spell Shield. Just going to take it for LeBlanc, I suppose. And we are going to heal to full health before we take on Misfortune. Yeah, I think so.
Sure you can handle me?
Alright, Misfortune here has Boarding Party. When their units attack, they deal 1 to players battling units by Nexus. Which is basically just a Misfortune's power. Like, it's her skill. More or less, it's double over her skill. Alright. We're going to replace the Hive Herald and Payday and Thorn of the Rose. We'll keep the Aspiring Chronomancer. We don't have any of our champions yet. I don't know how this is going to go just yet. Alright, I guess we'll open up with the Chronomancer. And we're going to have to go for the Voidling just to get some extra draws going on.
Know how to prepare.
Interesting. Might. It depends on what level your Gwen is. So a lot of people run Ludens on her too because it amplifies the drain that she has on her attacks.
Cover me, Crackshot.
You got it, Captain.
And I think you get Luden's Tempest from Jinx 2-star. Might be someone else. Well, you might be able to. I took out Kaisa with the Kaisa I have currently. You can get Ludens from one of the 2-star campaigns. I just don't remember which one off the top of my head. Well, no point in me attacking. So I could drop down the Belvat the Elder, I suppose.
I cannot leave.
And they're gonna parley our poor Voidling. Tragic. can't end with full Nexus health.
I will do what I can.
We're gonna attack here with a Bel'Veth the Elder here.
Time for violence.
Yeah, it's mostly just like the original,
I'm right here.
the original champions that they dropped for Path of Champions. We're gonna block with the Chronomancer here and just put some damage in. Fortune. We'll keep the spell shield from the Elder. Oh, it got elusive. That's true, so does Jin. So, I think it was like the expansion after then. I don't remember off the top of my head. We'll drop down Thorn of the Rose here. I think that's the best option. Actually, no, it's not. We'll use Bloody Business to take out Misfortune here. Don't have to worry about her. You haven't. I think the worst deck that I've played so far is Nars. I would not recommend playing Gnar, or using Gnar, or unlocking Gnar, unless you got free fragments. I got you. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. We're gonna lose our card and they dropped down Cataclysm. What happened? Oh, dropped down the treasure trove on me. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think her deck picks up a lot. More you level her up. But, I mean, I haven't, but we do have some people that watch us regularly that swear by Gwen, so it'd probably be the personal reference here. I still have her at level 1, so I don't really have much room to talk in that sense. Whoa! Gonna blast us here. Right, well, I guess we're gonna use Treasure Trove. Damn. Oh, we got a bunch of rough cards. We'll drop down Lord Broadman, and we'll deal 2 to the Mechanized Mimic. That just takes her out. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay,
I'll shoot the
fine.
wings off a bilge wasp.
Okay, that's interesting. The Ionian Telstones is for us at this point. Yeah, I gotcha. We'll drop down the Catalog of Regrets here. We'll use Salvage Scrap, and we'll discard the Ionian Telstones, and we'll discard one of our Paydays, perhaps. Nice. We'll drop down Acorn, and we'll drop down Astral Protection. Alright, so now we have some more health on our cards. We're just going to go for this, hit them for 4. Not going to be much, but hopefully we can come back with something later. Alright, we'll pass. Oh, have the arena. Crazy. Yeah, hopefully I could get Kaisa here. If I do, this should be smooth sailing. Alright, unfortunately we don't. We get a bunch of treasure troves though. So I guess we're back to relying on what we get from these. Interesting. Interesting. We'll drop down to Loop Travelers.
We made it.
I think this is okay.
Yay, but our stuff didn't.
We'll also drop down the Hapless Aristocrat.
What's that noise?
Nothing feels better than the sun on your skin.
Alright, and now we're going to use Mega Inferno Bomb. And that should be well. Oh, unfortunately for us, we don't have Kaisa on the board, otherwise it'd deal more damage. But it still got the job done. Still cleared their board. They're going to use Barley on our Hapless Aristocrat, which is fine. What's funny about that is we're going to get Spiraling out of that, but they do hit our Nexus for 1. We're going to get Spiraling, no. Sorry. We have 1 mana left. We'll drop down our Belveth the Elder
If I
here.
can save a life, I must.
And we might as well use... Yeah, we might as well use Sap Magic here. We tossed a couple cards, and basically our Broadman and Acorn were healed back to full health. We'll commit to this attack. They lose their only unit, basically. And they're not able to use the arena because they don't have any... Oh, they summon another unit. Never mind. On the bright side, they did run out of cards in hand. So, as long as they don't get like a treasure trove, we're good to go. Kind of weird that we keep getting it instead. Okay. Here we go again. Alright, I think we have this. We're going to use Payday here. We're going to use Lucky Find. We're going to give it to our Lord Broadman here. And we're going to give it, I don't know, +2 power. Need something else to work with, I suppose. We're going to follow it up with Parallel Convergence. And we're going to commit to this real quick. Before they, you know, go crazy with their treasure trove.
The prey stalks.
Alright, there we go.
They got past me.
Okay. We're going to drop down Payday once again. Before we go for this attack, we're going to use Lucky Find once again. Our Lord Broadman. We're going to give him some more power. We're going to go for this attack. Yeah, we just put some extra damage in on them. Nothing amazing. Alright, we are going to lose our Travelers, unfortunately.
Wait up!
Think I'm still like a yodeling
Alright.
uniform?
A lot going on still.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
I have a 55-gallon aquarium next to me. If you hear it splashing, that's what's going on. I have a couple African cichlids and they're chasing each other around. Splashing me. We're going to use Acorn here to block the Daring Poro. We're still going to eat one from Love Tap, which is this Fortune's boarding party power mouthful. We do lose our precious Acorn to the Chump Womp. Things are looking kind of rough for us. We don't have Kaisa and we don't have LeBlanc. They keep giving us treasure troves. This is actually not what we want. Sad too. Yeah, we'll drop down Thorn of the Rose here.
Striking looks and stunning wits.
This gives us Guile.
Payday.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because we had them on the edge too. They just keep drawing treasure troves. Alright, well, we'll drop down the Void Blaster. This will give us a draw.
And leave all these
Parallel Convergence actually comes in. Yeah, we're going to drop down Parallel Convergence. We'll try this again. Maybe one of these times it'll work. Hey, we finally got a champion. We got Kaisa. Alright, we're making some progress here.
My prize.
And we cleared the board. That's okay. I'm sure they're going to replace all the units with treasure trove cards. Or something to that effect. Oh, okay. Well, might actually be able to end here. That took a while. Well, that's the weekly adventure.